Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my Endless Legend playthrough, playing as the Forgotten. And today we are pretty much at war with the Necrophages. We basically attacked one of their armies in the last episode. We wiped it out, quite convincingly actually. We didn't lose a single unit. Took a lot of damage, but didn't lose a unit, which was really good. And now we're looking to do the same against this army down here. There are 4 units here. We've got 2 Ice Wargs and 2 Necrodrones to worry about. And that should be pretty easy to deal with our 8 Predators. We also have 2 Assassins now to help us out. So those will be joining my army sooner than later. We also have another Assassin in Galarath, which I will add to another army. So things are looking up for us. We really need to take out the Necrophages sooner than later. We can use all of their settlements to really improve our own nation, get loads of dust going, and then we can start to really boost our technologies, find other nations and steal from them for the rest. And that will be really good, because the great thing about dust and dust production is I don't think it's affected by the approval rating. So unhappy, for example, minus 20% production and minus 20% food. Nothing to do with dust. So what we can do is take over all these settlements, set all the population to dust, and then just rake in loads of dust and get loads of technologies. That is the idea. Or the other thing we could do is get a few heroes, infiltrate them in loads of settlements, use them to steal technology, and in the meantime save dust so that when we get to the last techs we can instantly buy them. That's the other thing I was thinking of doing as well. So that is another way of doing it, and I think that's probably the most effective way of doing it. Haven't really looked into it at all. I don't even know if a science victory with the Forgotten is feasible, but that's what I decided we would go for at the start, and I think I'm sticking to it. The map is awfully big, so going for like domination or supremacy is pretty hard in this map. So yeah, that's not quite what I'm going to go for. Also, the other thing, expansion's not going to work out too well. My empire approval rating is just not high enough to make that feasible, and we have barely found anyone or explored like half the map. Look, there's this massive chunk of fog here that we have not even explored yet. So there's a lot more to this game than meets the eye. We really need to discover those other factions as soon as possible. We've only met one other faction, and there are 6 undiscovered factions. So yeah, they could be doing anything, taking over each other. They could be huge. One's got a Colossus, we know that by the mission completing itself and so on. But yeah, other than that, let's just move on with where we are anyway. So what I was going to do was consolidate my forces now and move on the Necrophages. So let's just get this assassin to move onwards. We don't want him to land next to one of these armies, but it looks like he has, so that could be a problem. For now, that's everything, so let's move on to the next turn. So a legendary building was created in another nation or faction, and like I suspected, we are under attack. That is unfortunate. I really need to get away from those units, go round them, and search that ruin in order to complete the Ninja quest. We can actually search this one in the meantime. Time is not your ally. Get the masses fed before they revolt. Feed the hungry. Build the seed storage in your city, Hamara. That's a pretty simple quest. So at Hamara, getting the seed storage should become a priority. Just do complete that quest. So we will do so after the mill foundry, and we get lots of production from that. So that should work out nicely. We can still see this army down here, so we are going to start moving towards that. And I'm going to allow these assassins to join these armies as well. So let's incorporate those. And you can see by incorporating them into singular armies, we actually reduce the upkeep cost significantly. So that's actually really good. Get that assassin into that army, and now we have 2 6-stack armies, which is massive. And that's really, really good. These assassins will screen my predators very nicely. They might die, but that's not really a problem because we can just build more of them very quickly. So what we're going to do now is move on to the next turn again. And what I need to do is continue to build assassins. And they won't take much upkeep sat in a settlement. So I can just build quite a few of them and then move them all at once so that we take the least amount of upkeep as we move them. Because moving them one by one is quite inefficient. Now, somebody told me in the last episode how to check out buildings, which is awesome. You click on the browse button and we can see that the husbandry building is not here. It is in my capital, I believe. Yeah, husbandry center. Now, I was thinking of getting rid of that and moving it to another settlement. But at the moment, continuing to build up my capital seems to be working out quite well. At Orm, what I'm going to do is actually move my production to food. And that way we can get another population there and then we can build another borough street. But for now, we're not going to work on another assassin, although saying that, that's the only thing we can work on, so we may as well. Over here at Galarath, after this assassin is built, I'm going to work on another borough street. I think we'll take this tile just here. That way I can build one over the oasis next and make this tile in the center a level 2 district. We will add an assassin to the queue after that. We've lost sight of the Necrophages armies, which is not so good. But we can move through the land here, so we're going to do that. And hopefully we can just discover the army again with line of sight. We are going to have to rely on Zaima to get to infiltration level 3 so that we can steal vision. So my assassin here, don't want him to end on a turn next to a neutral or roaming army because otherwise he will get attacked. But that's everything, so let's move on to the next turn. And the central market is complete, which is great. Your acts of aggression during Cold War will no longer be tolerated. The hive begins to buzz. That would be a threat. No idea where this army's gone. It was just down here. Thing is, I don't want to leave like Galarath and Hamara exposed to attack. That would be very bad. At least this assassin can move and explore this ruin. And we got 2 Ninja army units. So let's get those together. And we can move well away. So now I want to get these units back to our land. They are level 3 units with 167 health, which isn't too bad. 82 attack, 50 damage. Could be a lot better. Can we maybe change those now we control them? No, we can't. That's fine. So what we're going to do is end the turn. Move on to the next one. We need to sort out our dust income at some point, so I need to look into that because winter will soon be here and that will not end well. We will go to possibly about minus 100 dust per turn. So I'm going to have to be prepared to switch over to dust sooner than later. And that might require me getting some technologies. So what we're going to need is probably the Imperial coinage. Actually, not that. I think there is a building that gives us dust per population on city. It might be in the next one. Yeah, dust alchemy. That is a very strong technology for us. Now the other thing we can do is get the mists, but I'm not sure how effective those are going to be. They can fly and they have stealth, so they might be very good at exploring, but they seem pretty weak just by hovering over that. Actually, they're not too weak, so it might be worth getting that. Also this here, the Cordata Sanctuary. Minus 100% infiltration cost on Empire during winter season, and minus 80% margin of error for season predictability on Empire. So that will help us predict winters, and also I'm guessing it will cost us no influence on any infiltration actions, is that? Or is that just to infiltrate? So by that I mean, will it cost me a certain amount to infiltrate a city specifically, as opposed to carrying out actions in those settlements. They've just founded another settlement here. This is not good for us because they are building very quickly now. And if we don't get this under control, then what will happen is they will run away in terms of military because they will be producing so many units when they go to war with us. So we need to deal with this sooner than later. Now Guliyama has leveled up, so let's increase the attack on units in her army. And we can move on to the next turn. So what I'm probably going to do next turn is actually attack this settlement. Or at least start pillaging it or something like that, just to annoy the necrophages and get some benefit from that. Now this is not good. A dearth, or dearth, is that? A dearth of dust? Minus 2 dust on terrain with dust for 9 turns. Not very good at all. Minus 86 dust we're on. And that right there is a 6 stack army of ice wargs and necrodrones. I think we should possibly declare war and take that out, because it's going to be not very long before they declare war on me anyway. And since my armies are in the correct position, let's just make this declaration of war. And they don't see that as a problem. So let's get involved and take out this army. So we are going to fight this manually. And hopefully my units will be good enough to possibly 2 or 3 shot each of these units. And if that's the case, then we will be in good hands. So let's get my units all into 3 tile range of one of these units. Looks like the forager can go first, but that is fine. As long as all of my predators can fire before the rest of their units, we should be okay. And it looks like that is the case at the moment. So what I'm going to do is get my predators lined up like this, and then we are going to target this necrodrone with 3 of them. Then what I'm going to do is target this ice warg, I think. If we move there, we might be able to target that. I'm not entirely sure. I might have to move on to this tile and attack something else. Maybe that Necrodrone there. The thing is, those Necrodrones will move forwards, but I want my units to be in range to attack their Necrodrones. I think that's okay. Let's just make sure that my hero and assassin are attacking decent units. Honestly, I think they are going to be attacked though, so it might not even matter. Let's see what happens. I think I'll just launch, make sure that my predators get off the reinforcement points, and we should be okay. I don't mind if my hero dies. That's kind of the idea. Soak up some damage, and we should be okay. If we can delete this army, that will be incredibly good for us. This is what I'm going to be worried about though. These ice walks do so much damage. Look at that, 127 crit. I might even lose this unit in this turn. Unless they attack a different unit, which is beneficial to me. So a nice crit there, that's very useful. Although it has put my Predator in range of a different Necrodrone. But we have a couple targets to kill in the next turn. Let's see where their hero goes. That is actually pretty important. Going to be able to attack this unit, which is not very good. Okay, so my assassin can attack there. This unit needs to kill off the Necrodrone in front of it, if it can. Why can I not move that? Okay, there we go. It bugged out for a second there, I was a bit worried. We want to kill off this Ice Walk. So we will get 3 units to attack that. My new assassin can engage the hero to get rid of the hero's initiative. Then my new predator there can move forwards a tile and attack that Necrodrone. This predator is in a pretty bad spot. I'm thinking just to attack that same Necrodrone. Maybe we can get lucky and kill that. If not, then it doesn't particularly matter. Okay, I think I'm done. So let's see how this goes. So as planned, my hero soaking a lot of damage, so is the assassin up there, keeping those 2 units occupied. Managed to kill off that unit, which is a good start. Now we need to make sure that we kill off this Ice Walk, because if we don't, that's going to be very hard for us. But hopefully these Hunter's Marks will be enough to get the kill. Yes, indeed. So another big unit down. Looks like I might lose a couple units of Predators. We'll have to wait and see. Trouble is, this poison is also going to do loads of damage. Fortunately, the militia not doing too much. But if they focus the same targets, then I might have issues. We just lost a second predator there. So what we're going to do, kill off the ice warg with our assassin. My hero can kill off the forager. Then we need to get these predators, or at least one of them, to kill off the necrodrone. Then we can make sure we engage the rest of these units. I think we probably need to kill the hero next. So I shall focus the hero. Then this assassin can attack a militia unit. And that assassin can attack the hero again to get rid of the counter. Then I'm going to want to focus fire the rest of the units. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see what happens. My hero's going to die, which is fine. She has last stand. And another trade of units there. My assassin for an ice warg, which is fine. But now I'm going to get the killing blow with a predator. And hopefully we can end this battle before another one of my units dies. Unfortunately we missed there, but didn't take any damage in response. That's really good actually. It might not look good, but that's really good that we made that attack happen. And that forager not attacking there, or militia, sorry, means that we're going to get away with that. Let's now finish off the hero. Make sure we finish off that militia unit. Then I'll get my assassins. Actually, that one doesn't need to attack. I'll just hold position. And that should be everything. Let's launch. And hopefully we have won the battle. Well, I know we've won the battle, but it's just a matter of doing it as efficiently as possible. That predator lucky to be alive at the moment. But it seems we are not going to lose another unit. My assassin here is not poisoned, and that crit is beautiful to finish off. A great battle against the necrophages. A little bit of extra damage there done by the poison. But defeating that army is massive. And it also means that there is nothing to defend the settlement. So we lost 2 predators and an assassin. So what I'm going to do is sort of merge these units. Let's take a couple of these guys. And move them. That army, there we go. And now what we can do in the next turn is attack that settlement. I might take these predators back towards Galarath to pick up some reinforcements. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can also retrofit them soon enough. Six turns into our Empire plan. At the moment we are utilising plus 30% attack, so hopefully we can do so again, although we are very low on influence at the moment after declaring war. So we might miss out on the plus 30% attack, which is just as well we made that army die before then. So now we have this district built. I'm going to build another one So we get a second level 2 district. I think that's the best place to put it. Let's just have another look. That will give us 5 production, that will give us 4 food. See, there would be a good place, but it doesn't give us a level 2 district if we do that. Whereas if I do it here first, and then there, that might be even more beneficial. But doing so there and there could be good as well. I think going towards these dust tiles is better though, so let's go for the +4 food for now. That will actually give us some more dust. It's just that it's not showing at the moment due to the world event. The other thing we need to do is sort of move some of these population over to dust now. And we shall do the same here as well. Maybe not at Galarath just yet. I'm going to do so at Orm. And at Hamara, that doesn't matter at the moment. At Karad, doesn't matter either. Although the sewer system is finished in the next term, which is good. You can look towards getting a Borough Street here. Let's see which would be the best. Definitely here because we gain access to the next anomaly. Might do that before the seed storage. We also need to get this spice extractor built and the glass steel extractor because getting those extra resources is pretty important. And that's sort of stemmed our loss of dust at the moment. So minus 23, we can deal with that. Let's consolidate my forces if we can. So I'm going to bring down these 3 units. And that's everything for this turn, so let's move on to the next one. So winter will be here soon. Tempted to sort of siege this settlement. I think we probably should. And what I'm going to do is create a new army with this assassin. We can meet up with the predators. I can retrograde both of these. And then we can add the assassin to that army. Then what I'm going to do is head them back towards Avarelia. And I'm going to wait until all of these assassins are built before I move them. But so far so good. Let's have a look at our infiltration. 2 turns until we can steal vision again and see where the armies are coming from. That will be very useful for the war. I'm also considering taking Gula Yawa and putting her back in a settlement. Over here we are... I was going to say we're going to retreat, but looks like we have a huge advantage against these units. Yeah, they aren't very strong, so let's auto-resolve that. And we will win. Get some free experience there. So let's take my army and continue to moving towards Hamara. And unfortunately, that's all I have time for today. So, making good progress. We've taken out a 6-stack army of the necrophages. It was quite a task, but we did it, and quite convincingly, to be honest. We lost a few units, but they lost more, so that's good. And now if we gain vision of their armies again, I think we'll have a distinct advantage in this war. We will be able to take a lot of settlements from them and hopefully just destroy them, because if we destroy them, we have this entire sort of continent to ourselves, and then we can expand over the waters. Well, not expand, but go over the waters, find other factions and infiltrate their settlements and basically win the game from that. We are on turn 95. This is a 300 turn game, so we've still got a way to go. At the moment, it looks like we are currently 5th in the game, maybe 4th in the game. whoever light green is has got 700 score. That could be due to like speeding through a quest or maybe wonders and stuff like that, but we'll see. In the meantime though, that's all. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.